Thomas, how are you?
Jonathan, I'm doing wonderful, wonderful. How are you doing?
Doing good.
Good, good. What are we
So
going to talk about?
let's talk about college grads that are looking to find their first job after school.
All right. We had a conversation about this not long ago. I want to do a follow-up video to it, all right?
Yep.
So basically, those college grads that was seeking a job, all right? So they got a few different options. A lot of them are hitting the job portals, banging out resumes. Then, that's first face-to-face, networking. And then, of course, you got the University Alumni Career Office, okay?
Yep.
These are the three major areas they should be concentrating on. But the one that's the most effective is the face-to-face networking. That's what you want to do. I had a friend of mine, his son gave me a call. He just graduated college there a month ago. So I had told him, listen, he wanted to come down and see me, spend a few days with me. I said, there's no need for that. This is what I want you to do. I want you to go out tomorrow, and he wants to get into the banking industry. So he was like looking for a bank teller position. So I said, I want you to go visit local banks in your area, put a shirt and tie on, all right, nice pair of slacks, pair of dress shoes going in, and introduce yourself to the bank manager. So we did this on Monday of last week. And he actually calls me up at a little afternoon and said, listen, I went to see 5 different managers. I got to speak to 4 of them. I introduced myself. They gave me a contact for the recruiter. They spoke to me for a little bit. They said I could use their name as a reference, which is perfect, okay, because now, hey, you got a golden ticket. You got a name of somebody that works there. And, he presented himself well, so I guess those managers felt comfortable. I said, listen, what are you going to do next? He goes, well, I was going to basically, go back to my apartment and actually start emailing. I'm like, no, you're not. You're going to go out this afternoon at 2:00, and you're going to do the same thing. Then you're going to call me after 5. So he did. He ended up going to 3 banks. One manager couldn't see him. Waited another 2 hours almost for another manager. But that manager gave him over an hour of his time and really sat down with him. And he liked him, so gave him a lot of information, wrote down that information, etc., took notes, okay? He said he was very helpful. So I was like, that's great. This is what you're going to do. Tomorrow, because you said, should I send them a LinkedIn connection? I go, no. What you're going to do is 2 things. One, you're going to send them a thank you email. I told them what to say in the email and, thank them for their time and, basically pump them up. And, the information you gave me was very valuable and I appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity for allowing me to speak with you. Then you're actually going to go get a box of thank you cards at Walmart and you're going to write a handwritten one and you're going to mail it off to them. So you're going to hit them twice for it. And guess what? They're not going to forget you. And that's going to be a good thing. You want to leave that. I said, how many, since you graduated a month ago, how many callbacks have you had from the job portal? He said, well, I put out over 100 resumes. I didn't have any callbacks. Okay. Can you say today you were out for about 6 to 7 hours? Was the 6 to 7 hours productive? He goes, this has been the most productive day I've ever had in my life looking for a job. So guess what, people? You got to think outside the box. When you think outside the box, and he said to me, a lot of these managers were a little bit taken back when he first came in. And the reason why they're taken back is nobody's doing this. They're not taking this approach, all right? But they appreciate when you come in. Your thoughts on that, Jonathan?
I mean, it's like everything else. How many people can apply on Indeed or Career Builders or Monster? They hit the apply button. They don't even know what they're applying to. And we've talked about this. I've talked to applicants, and they're asking me what job this is, what company I am, what service are they looking for. So think about it how it looks the other way. So I was going to say that's a great way of doing it. Not everyone is going to be cut from that same cloth where they can go and talk to 5-10 people. So though I think that's a great idea. I think if you can do it and everyone can do it, listen, you're gonna fall on your face. You're not gonna know what to say. You're gonna feel like you made a mistake. Guess what? How many banks are there? How many places are there for you to go to? So make the mistakes first. So when you find that job you really want, you can talk the right way. I was going to say, if you don't know how to do anything you've never done before, go to a job fair, right? That gives you an opportunity to talk to dozens of people, and you can kind of say, okay, I messed up on this one. I stuttered. I did this. I didn't know what to do. That's what I did. I went to job fairs right out of college. I talked to as many people in these job fairs as I can find. And then I started getting used to and understanding how to respond back, how to come in and be more aggressive or be more confident, because that's what you want to come in. You want to be confident. You want to look at them in the eye. You want to tell them what your experience, what you want to do. Don't just tell them what they want to hear. Tell them the truth of what you want to do, where you come from, how it works. Make it personal. And doing that, going to a branch like what your friend's son did, going to a branch, spending the time, sitting with them, shaking their hand, sending them an email, handwritten note. That's a great idea. If you can do it, that's what you should do. On
Yep.
top of other things, your colleges have one of the other things they offer is that alumni career center. Go in there, set up interviews, meetings with people, and talk to as many people as you can to, really figure out how you should interview, because most people don't know how to interview. I
Oh,
saw
no.
I saw a funny thing. I'm finding that people are bringing their parents on these interviews now.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it on another headline that I guess they have remote interviews, and
Okay.
people either don't show up, they have their parents in the background, or maybe on the side, and they're trying to guide them on how to do this. So this is a very interesting thing to bring up. I mean, I don't even know what to say to that, but it's a very funny
I,
thing.
I got a lot of shit to say about that.
So listen, I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, we've had a lot of experiences. I'm sure you did as well with like trying to find a job or trying to hire people, and you see everything. But you need to learn. You need to figure it out. You need to make 1,000 mistakes, and then every time you make that mistake, you won't do it again. So go to the next thing. What's next? You messed that up. Good. Go to the next one.
yeah.
And that's it.
No, you bring up a good point because you said it a few different times in different ways. Hey, listen, don't worry about falling on your face, hitting a brick wall. We've all done it, okay? And you know what? It's just going to make you stronger. It's going to build up your confidence because you got to think about your day. And I always said the best critic to us is ourselves, and the worst critic is ourselves when we're not honest. Just be honest with yourself and always ask who, what, where, when, how, and why, and just examine your day and how you spoke to that person and the situation itself. Also, you got to network. And what I mean by networking outside of like going to job fairs, like Jonathan mentioned, speak to your family members, see if they know people to, get you in front of. Okay. That's all right. It's kind of like insurance. If you ever go into an insurance job, they always want to do sphere of influence. Write down the 25 people that you know. Now go sell them insurance. That's how you start in the insurance business. Well, you know what? Write down the people that you know you're close with, who you can talk to and say, hey, listen, do you know anybody that can offer me a job in these certain areas where I'm looking? Let them think about it. You know what? And let them make the phone call, reach out to that person. And it's okay because that's part of life. That's how you get ahead in life. It's who knows who. And it's always been that way. All right. So that's the direction you have to go. Matter of fact, I had a friend of mine. His son finishes, he went to a junior college. He called me up. He was having a tough time getting job interviews. I got him a job interview through a mutual guy, Jonathan and I both know. And actually, the guy called me up last week and said, hey, I met with your friend's son. You know what? Very impressive. Wants to get into accounting. I know he's continuing. And, this gentleman, he runs a $20 million supply house, what he does. He says he doesn't have space for him, but he goes, you know what? Next summer, I would think about hiring him, give him a part-time job here, in between semesters. So you know what? He got his foot in the door. He introduced himself and now has an opportunity. I did ask the gentleman, he spoke very highly of him. I said, do you have anything negative, since it's you and I talking and we know each other, so I could share it with him and his dad. He goes, no, nothing negative about him. Great personality, very, talkative and straightforward. He goes, I liked him, so that's a good sign. So
Right.
again, use the people and it's all right because again, that's part of life. Don't you agree, Jonathan?
100%. You need to, what benefits you have, what people in your life you have to help you benefit from, use it. That's why they're there.
All right, listen, I know we gave you creative knowledge today. So you know what? Hit that like button, hit that thumbs up, and we thank you very much. You guys have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone. Bye.